Admitted by the Supreme Court of Kenya ruling on February 24th, 2023, Mr. Speaker, while the court ruling has opened the door for registration of this organization, it is important to note that the decision has sparked public outrage, and understandably so. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that this is not even an issue. As Kenyans, we need to listen, to sit down and listen about it, because it's against the law and against the culture and the values of our country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as a nation, our principles, norms, values, and practices have never been anchored on and defined and characterized sexual orientations, Mr. Speaker. The act of unnatural sex acts and association have been criminalized in the Penal Code, Chapter 63, Law of Kenya, and the Sexual Offense Act, number 3 of 2006, Mr. Speaker. Allowing this to happen, Mr. Speaker, to register with the gays and lesbian, it is title set and unprecedented legal precedent, and we risk a floodgate of other groups and associations registering the similar reasons, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when we go to the Bible, Mr. Speaker, God created man, and he saw it good to create a woman. So, Mr. Speaker, this is not something we need to support, and shame on our Supreme Court for making such a decision, Mr. Speaker. It is very bad for our generation, our young people, our school children to watch when we are discussing such a thing which has been legalized by our Supreme Court, Mr. Speaker. And I want to say, when you go to when you go in a supermarket, there is exit and there is entrance and exit. And when you try to enter through the exit, it is written, it is prohibited, Mr. Speaker. So I don't see how we can try to use our exit as an entrance, Mr. Speaker. It's against the law, and it's very bad, Mr. Speaker. And those who are trying to use our weak institution to impose everything in this country, Mr. Speaker, we are going against them, and we are not supporting, Mr. Speaker. We are not going to be ruined our culture by the West. We are not going to support them. If they cannot give the donation to Kenyans with this condition, let them not give it to us, Mr. Speaker. We can stay without it, Mr. Speaker, because how can a country like Kenya, a Christian country, indulge in such an act, Mr. Speaker? And I want to urge all the preachers, bishops, church, to stand firm on this issue, Mr. Speaker. We need to condemn it, right, left, center, Mr. Speaker, because we need to take care of our coming generation. We have to take care of our children. We are parents. I'm trying to imagine sitting in a sitting room, watching the TV, such a act. Mr. Speaker, this is against the law. I cannot allow it, Mr. Speaker. So I urge this Parliament to stand firm and to make sure this thing is not legalized in our country and is stopped completely. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support Honorable Mwadio for coming up with such a motion. Thank you.
The Honorable Engineer Paul Nzengu, MP for Mwingi North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also raise to congratulate Honorable Pastor Mwadio for bringing up this motion, and from the onset, I completely support the motion. And I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that the ruling by the Supreme Court to allow the registration of this organization is the beginning of the killing of our society. Because I cannot imagine a society where a woman is marrying a woman and a man is marrying a man, and for that matter, you do not expect any product out of it. I have read from the media that President Museveni has actually put some homosexuals in jail for a known period of time until when they are able to produce children. And I can tell you that that is going to be an eternity. And therefore, when you look at it, when a man starts marrying a man, then it means that we are going to have a society where there is no procreation. And in that regard, that it means that our society, Kenya, is going to disappear after a certain time. And I think this is a making of the